Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Maylu Sakinah from TBEC class. I wanna take the video from the midterm test of speaking. From this video, from the speech of Bill Gates about pandemic. For the first step is watch the video lecture. I was watch the video, and then the next is make 5 questions about lecture. Okay, for the first question is pandemic more dangerous than nuclear? And then the next is, our volunteer of health workers is very needed on this pandemic? And then the third is, why the virus spread more? And the fourth is, are the corona and Ebola same types of virus? And then the last is, can we respond coronavirus like the Ebola virus? That's the question for me to the lecture about the lecture. And then the next is answer 5 questions about the lecture. Okay. I wanna see my right about the question, about the answer 5 question about the lecture. For the first is, what is can kill million people in this era? From the first explanation of a pandemic from Bill Gates, Bill Gates say it is epidemic of virus like coronavirus can kill millions people in this era. And then in this video, the Bill Gates mention isn't coronavirus but the Ebola virus. Like it is epidemic of virus like Ebola virus. Can kill million people in the world. And then the next is the second question for the answer is, why Ebola virus didn't spread more? The reason why the Ebola isn't spread more is, for the first is, there was a lot of heroic work by the health workers. They found the people and they prevent more infection. And then the second is nature virus. Ebola doesn't spread through the air, and by the time you're contagious, most people are so sick that they are bedridden. And then the next is, it didn't get on many urban areas. And the third question is, what are the key pieces? The key pieces for the first is, we need strong health system in poor countries, and then we need a medical reserve corps, and then we need paramedical and military. For the next is, we need to do simulation, run games to understand the pandemic. We must do a simulation. And then the last is, we need lots of advanced research and development about the virus. For the next question is, can we build a really good response system? Yes, we can. We can use benefit all of science and technology. We have a cell phone to get information from the public, and then we have a satellite maps and see where people moving, and then we have advance in biology to look at pathogen and be able to make drugs and vaccine that fit to pathogen. And then the last question is, what the best lesson we get from the pandemic? The best lesson is on how to get prepared for the next pandemic. From this video, we can get the lesson to prepare next pandemic like this era, from the past pandemic, like Ebola. And then the last is summary. The last is summary of the last is summary from this video. Yeah, wait, it is my summary. I uh yeah, you can read the summary. And then for the summary is at the era something can kills billion people isn't nuclear but it is epidemic of virus. We can see at Ebola cases the problem wasn't that there was a system that didn't work well enough to the problem was that we did have a system at all. In the pandemic, we didn't have medical team and high epidemic need to hundreds of thousand work medical team. Because that the volunteer is a great job for this situation. In Africa, Ebola high progression because that we need more medical team. And then the next is there is three reasons why it didn't spread more, virus of Ebola didn't spread more. For the first is there was a lot of heroic work by the health workers. They found the people and they prevent more infection. And the second is natural virus. Ebola doesn't spread through the air, and by the time you're contagious, most people are so sick that they are bedridden. And then last is it didn't get on many urban areas. But in effect, we can build a really good response system. We have benefits all of science and technology. We have a cell phone to get the information from public. We have satellite maps. We can see where people moving. We have advances in biology that should dramatically change the turnaround time to look at pathogen and be able to make drugs and vaccines that fit to pathogen. And the best lesson on how to get prepared are again what we do for war and we need to deal with pandemic. And this is key of the pieces. The first is strength health system in poor countries and medical reserve corps, paramedical and military. The fourth is simulation, random camps, and the last is lots of advanced research and development. Maybe it is enough for me for the this explanation about the pandemic. Um, I'm so sorry in every mistake. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.